Good morning.
Good morning, my friends. Today is indeed a good day. I can love you and be your friend, even if we think differently, believe differently, act differently, look different, or come from different places in life. You are welcome here. With that in mind, let's get our day started together. Let's slow down together each morning to contemplate valuable precepts and how we might apply these in our thoughts, words, and actions today, and how they might grow into practices, habits, and even ways of life, so that our life's example is rooted firmly in core values that are a benefit to ourselves and to all around us. What a terrific Tuesday. This Tuesday morning, we're slowing down to take a look at integrity. Integrity isn't just knowing and espousing certain principles. It isn't just about practicing and going through the motions of adherence to those principles. It is about an inner essence of a person. It is about a firmness and a sound footing that won't be shaken. It is an inner grit and wholeness that is tested and proven. It is easy to understand someone with integrity's principles just by watching how they live. They don't even have to tell us. There are some character traits that are related to integrity. Honesty is a requirement for integrity, especially honesty when that honesty seems to come at a cost. People with integrity follow through on their commitments and can be trusted. Someone with integrity doesn't just work for the next raise or recognition, but works hard because providing value is part of who they are. Those with an inner integrity will accept accountability for their actions and will hold themselves accountable, looking for ways to grow and improve, not hiding from responsibility. When someone has integrity, they will help others who are in need. They are patient with others, and they have learned to be patient with themselves. They are grateful and gracious and respectful of others. A successful businessman was growing old and knew it was time to choose a successor to take over the business. Instead of choosing one of his directors or his children, he decided to do something different. He called all the young executives in his company together. He said, "It is time for me to step down and choose the next CEO. I have decided to choose one of you." The young executives were shocked, but the boss continued, "I'm going to give each one of you a seed today, one very special seed. I want you to plant the seed, water it, and come back here 1 year from today, and what you have grown from the seed I have given you. I will then judge the plants that you bring, and the one I choose will be the next CEO." One man named Jim was there that day, and he, like the others, received a seed. He went home and excitedly told his wife the story. She helped him get a pot, soil, and compost, and he planted the seed. Every day he would water it and watch to see if it had grown. After about 3 weeks, some of the other executives began to talk about their seeds and the plants that were beginning to grow. Jim kept checking his seed, but nothing ever grew. 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks went by, still nothing. By now, others were talking about their plants, but Jim didn't have a plant, and he felt like a failure. 6 months went by, still nothing in Jim's pot. He just knew he had killed his seed. Everyone else had trees and tall plants, but he had nothing. Jim didn't say anything to his colleagues. However, he just kept watering and fertilizing the soil. He so wanted the seed to grow. A year went by, and the CEO asked the young executives to bring their plants to work for inspection. When Jim told his wife that he wasn't going to take an empty pot, she asked him to be honest about what happened. Jim felt sick to his stomach. It was going to be the most embarrassing moment of his life. But he knew his wife was right. He took his empty pot to the boardroom. When Jim arrived, he was amazed at the variety of plants grown by the other executives. They were beautiful, in all shapes and sizes. Jim put his empty pot on the floor, and many of his colleagues laughed. A few felt sorry for him. When the CEO arrived, he surveyed the room and greeted his young executives. Jim just tried to hide in the back. "My, what great plants, trees, and flowers you have grown," said the CEO. "Today one of you will be appointed the next CEO." All of a sudden, the CEO spotted Jim at the back of the room with his empty pot. He asked Jim to come to the front of the room. Jim was terrified. He thought, "The CEO knows I'm a failure. Maybe he will have me fired." When Jim got to the front, the CEO asked him what had happened to his seed. Jim told him the story. The CEO asked everyone to sit down except Jim. He looked at Jim and then announced to the young executives, "Behold your next chief executive officer, Jim." Jim couldn't believe it. Jim couldn't even grow his seed. How could he be the new CEO, the others said. Then the CEO said, "1 year ago today, I gave everyone in this room a seed. I told you to take the seed, plant it, water it, and bring it back to me today. But I gave you all boiled seeds. They were dead. It was not possible for them to grow. All of you, except Jim, have brought me trees and plants and flowers. When you found that the seed would not grow, you substituted another seed for the one I gave you. Jim was the only one with the courage and honesty to bring me a pot with my seed in it. Therefore, he is the one who will be the new chief executive officer." Sometimes in life, part of integrity is acknowledging and being honest. Integrity is not about being perfect. Integrity is about being true. Love this story. It speaks to that grit, that unshakenness, that unwillingness to give up even in the face of failure, and he takes responsibility. This to me is a wonderful story about integrity, so I'm encouraged by that, and I hope that it will take me through my day and then I can be a person of integrity. Hope you can too. I love y'all. Hope you have a wonderful, terrific Tuesday. Thank you for joining me. And if you have any questions, have anything to add, have any wonderful stories or comments, reach out to me. Let's share together and let's grow together. You guys take care.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's a new day.
Today's a new day.
So give him praise.